The Palestinian gunman killed 7 people, wounded 3 others in a synagogue on the outskirts of Jerusalem on Friday. Israeli police claim the gunman opened fire, hitting a number of people before he was killed by the police. Also claiming the gunman was a 21-year-old Palestinian resident of East Jerusalem who appeared to have acted alone in carrying out the attack in the annexed Israeli neighbourhood. The attack, which the police described as a terrorist incident, underlined fears of an escalation in violence after months of clashes in the West Bank, culminating in a raid in Jenin on Thursday that killed at least 9 Palestinians. Palestinians in the West Bank and Gaza celebrated the synagogue shooting with celebratory fire, gunfire, bursting firecrackers. People gathered on the streets and handed out sweets. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has urged people not to take the law into their own hands. Said countermeasures were decided. U.S. President Joseph Biden condemned this attack as well.
A terrorist came to a synagogue on Neve Ya'akov Boulevard in northern Jerusalem. The terrorists opened fire on a multiple number of innocent civilians who were observing the Holy Sabbath day. This is one of the most heinous terror attacks that we have seen in recent years, and a significant rise in the level of terror. We're talking about a number of victims in various conditions, including 7 innocent civilians who were slaughtered and 3 that are in critical condition on this Holy Sabbath day.
השוטרים שבאו ופעלו במהירות, בגבורה ובתושייה יוצאת מן הכלל. הם הגיעו תוך דקות, לצערנו גם דקות, זה לפעמים מאוחר מדי. אני כינסתי עכשיו הערכת מצב עם כל גורמי הביטחון. אנחנו החלטנו על כמה פעולות מיידיות. מחר בצאת השבת אני אכנס לקבינט על המשך המענה שלנו. אני רוצה להדגיש שצריך לפעול כאן בנחישות ובקור רוח. אני קורא לאנשים לא לקחת את החוק לידיהם. לצורך זה יש לנו צבא ומשטרה וכוחות ביטחון, והם פועלים ויפעלו לפי הנחיות הקבינט. תודה רבה לכם.
We recognize the very real security challenges facing Israel and the Palestinian Authority and condemn terrorist groups planning and carrying out attacks against innocent civilians. We also regret the loss of innocent lives and injuries to civilians and are deeply concerned by the escalating cycle of violence in the West Bank. I want to underscore the urgent need for all parties to de-escalate, to prevent further loss of civilian life, and to work together to improve the security situation in the West Bank. Palestinians and Israelis equally deserve to live safely and securely.
Our Foreign Affairs Editor Geeta Mohan is getting us more details on that story. Geeta, this of course is an extension of the world's most enduring conflict that Israel and Palestine have seen for years together now. And this also comes at a time when U.S. Secretary of State is also set to visit, isn't it?
Well, that's right. Ahead of the visit, we are looking at heightened tensions between Israel and Palestine. And the visuals quite grim when it comes to not just the attack, but also the celebrations that followed. But there are reports of how this incident took place a day after 9 Palestinians were killed in the West Bank. We've seen the kind of action by the Israeli forces against Palestinians and the retaliation from the Palestinian side. But with Prime Minister Netanyahu now assuring that there is going to be a response to this attack, we'll have to wait and see what Israel really does when it comes to taking action. However, we do know that the sole assailant has been neutralized and has been killed.
Geeta, I'm going to thank you for the moment for getting us up to speed with all of those developments.